Oh snap, I'm alive, y'all. Sorry I haven't been around lately. I've had a lot of things on my plate as of recent. So I thought I'd mark my return to vlogging with a short series of things that I'd like to see stay in 2013. So one thing I'm hoping will stay in 2013 is the term white guilt. As defined by Wiki, it is the individual or collective guilt often said to be felt by some white people for the racist treatment of people of color by whites historically and presently. Okay. Now, the reason I want this term to go away is because these days it's thrown out defensively or as sort of a pejorative by some white people who don't understand or don't care to understand the complex nuances within race discussions, especially discussions involving white privilege and cultural appropriation. Now, whenever the term is thrown out in this way during discourse, it's a red flag for me. It tells me that the person who says it is having a hard time looking at the situation for what it is, or they can't see past their own perspective enough to care to look at the issue without fear. Sometimes I'll hear things like, well, I'm just Whitey McWhitenstein, so apparently I have to feel guilty about shit I've never done and don't like, and I'm privileged, never mind that I'm insert whatever descriptor here. And it's disturbing to me because I think a huge reason as to why we in America aren't making faster strides to get to that whole post-racial dream is a lot of people are unwilling to accept what's happened in the past and how things are now. And that hinders discussion and advancement. Personally speaking, I don't gain anything from attempting to guilt white people for what happened in the past. And saying things like, well, I didn't do any of those things is it's a real empty thing to say to me. It's like one of those statements that we learn in Political Science 101 that doesn't really say anything. You know, I wasn't, taken from my mom at an early age and put on an auction block, for a slave master. So what are you really trying to say with a statement like that? I don't need white people to feel guilt. Feeling guilty about the past on its own, it serves no purpose. It doesn't help the situation at all. It's just a waste of time. What I need as a person of color is for white people to feel empathy and to think beyond what they've seen and what they heard or read or in what they've lived. I need for white people to not be blind to systematic injustices and how society has shaped things for them to benefit from them. And a willingness to see past that, not to see past it, but, to be aware of it. And, if you hate it, work with me and work with other people of color to deconstruct it and destroy it. White guilt is useless.